So, good morning. It's the 16th of November today, 10:35 to be exact, which would mean that I'm a day and 10 hours in. I had a good morning, relatively slow. There weren't a lot of cravings, at least only minor ones, just solely mentally, which were relatively easy to correct. But I've been thinking, and this morning specifically, right before I got out of bed, I reflected on why and how it is that I'm having so much ease quitting. I don't want to make any premature conclusions, but at the same time, I wanted to understand a bit. I basically came to the conclusion that I created an environment that is completely depleted of any sources of inspiration for me to have a craving or distract me from what I'm doing. My parents don't smoke, my brother never smoked, so I eliminated all the stuff that was mine. So that helped me make it a lot easier for myself. This is why I felt comfortable messing around with my urges a bit more. So, for example, I did drink coffee today and I will drink another cup too, just to eliminate the association between coffee and smoking cigarettes. On top of that, I will eventually buy a packet of cigarettes with my dad, who he will keep it for now, but eventually I want to keep it on myself and be able to resist the urge and completely control the addiction. But yeah, I will eventually want to smell the cigarette so that I am creating an urge and that I can expose myself to it so that eventually I would be able to hang around smokers too. Because of the constant exposure that I had before that, it will make it a lot easier for me to uh, not smoke. um, Something else, surprisingly enough, is that I found this in my room today, this morning. Sort of stressed, surprised that I missed it, and also proud. Didn't think about smoking it at all. I could have done it in secret um, and got away with it. But actually, the only thing I thought about was, shit, this is content, nice, something interesting. I'm also proud that there was, even though my environment gave me the opportunity, it was sort of a test to smoke, that I didn't. Or didn't even have the urge, didn't even think about it, didn't even crave it. So hopefully that says something for the long term too, which I'm actually worried about. Me not having the urges or craving at the moment might mean that the real challenge for me is to stay consistent and determined that I'm gonna stop permanently. So I will continue out doing as much as possible today. I'll come back to you too, but a clip will follow with me burning this, just to prove to you guys too that I ain't using this. So yeah, talk to you soon. So, since I found the cigarette, there are two options that I could have chosen for. The first would be actually burning it, um, creating the scent of the cigarette and reminding me of how it would taste like and how good it would feel, basically. Next to that, I could have also chosen goddamn planes. I swear that's number 6 already. But second to that, I could also choose to keep the cigarette on me, to use it as a trigger to get a craving on a daily basis, so I can really learn how to deal with cigarettes around me and control my mind to not make the mistake. But it feels premature. I don't want to make fun of my addiction. I don't want to trust myself too much. It's only day 2, not even day 2. So I want to take it slower. I will eventually buy a packet to carry around, but I want to do this gradually. So I'm not making the mistake of being too confident. So let's get to burning it. So we have our ashtray over here. This is the cigarette. Burn, baby, burn. So that should do the job. I'm gonna make sure that I smell it. I'm not sure if that counts for smoking. I basically just inhaled that smoke, but okay. Shit. I'm an idiot. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that I smell it so that I remind myself, and maybe it will create more urges for myself. Yeah. Okay, so see you later. So it's 3:15, which would mean that we're about 1 day and 15 hours in. I'm doing good. I feel good. I'm sort of proud, although I take it for granted that I stopped smoking for this long. But maybe it will last. This will take until the 3rd day for me to really pat myself on the back, since I know that that period is the hardest part. I made it a bit harder on myself than it had to be. I realized it wasn't because of me inhaling the smoke, which I would have thought that actually had not that big of an impact, but I had a bit too much coffee. The caffeine is taking its toll. Surprisingly, I had 3 cups, which I normally don't, so I feel loaded with energy, and it's not really the right type. My mind is overactive, and it makes it harder for me to correct the cravings I see. What I observe is that whenever I get a craving, I sort of judge myself, or judge the craving at least. I get worried. I sort of regret my decision. because I tell myself, oh shit, a cigarette would really be satisfying at the moment. Um, I should, I should be able to, why did I choose to stop smoking? It's so satisfying. So you get sort of carried away in it. You're not mindful of it anymore. So it makes it more difficult, but I'm sticking to my why, and that will persist eventually. I just need I should be more careful with what I put in my body, especially in this phase. So the overconfidence caught up with me. At least I'm a bit more self-aware of what I can and cannot do. Beyond that, I am busy with editing my videos at the moment. I would at least like to finish off the days of preparation, so Saturday and Sunday. I have a new format for my thumbnail, which I stole actually from one of those templates, but I'm very happy with it. So we'll see how this moves on. I'll get back to you guys before I go to bed, most likely. And yeah, see you then. I was about to fall asleep, and I realized that I didn't end off this today. So, there's not a lot that happened. Thankfully, I didn't smoke, which is good. Besides that, I think I got my first viewer today. I hope I didn't make a mistake. I hope I didn't click on the video and accidentally watched it. But that would be a big deal, at least my perspective, or a big deal to me. Yeah, next to that, I almost drank 2 beers, which wouldn't have been the best idea. It was in reaction to me watching a football match, and I basically corrected that because I realized today was already a lot harder than the day before. And testing myself through alcohol, I felt not ready for. So I corrected myself, and I'm proud. The only thing that I have to admit is that I've been binge eating a bit in the evening, but it's nothing new necessarily. It's just something I have to be careful of because I don't want to solve a problem with a problem. So I'll keep you updated on how that develops. I'll be more careful. Yeah, that will be it for now. So, yeah, good night and see you tomorrow.